How's it going, guys? Phil here from the Mindful Mover, and today we're going to go over an important topic: how you can get your first chin-up, or how you can help somebody else get their first chin-up. There are a lot of different tools people like to use to get their first chin-up. Some people like to use bands, some like to use eccentrics, and there's a whole variety of things people use. But our primary choice is a movement we call the assisted chin-up. The assisted chin-up is simply a chin-up you're going to do while using your own feet to provide just enough assistance to get through the whole range of motion. Why do we like it? Well, the reason is the assisted chin-up lets you train all parts of the chin-up all at once. For example, if you were to do something like negatives, where you start at the top and lower down slowly, a lot of people like that method. Well, the problem is you only get to train the negative part of the chin-up. But with assisted chin-ups, you can train the way up and the way down all in the same movement. You don't miss anything. Reason number 2 that will get the chin-up is that it lets you work intensely in both directions. For example, if you were to use something like bands, another popular choice for getting your first chin-up, the band has a problem of as you're going up, it gives you a certain amount of help, and as you're going down, it gives you a certain amount of help. But the problem there is, what if you don't need the same amount of help on the way up and the way down? You might be able to use a heavier load on the way down. Well, at that point, you're missing intensity, you might be missing gains. That's why our number 1 choice is the assisted chin-up. So without further ado, let's go over how to perform it properly so you can get the most out of this exercise. So first, you're going to set your rings up, you're going to start on your knees, and you're going to raise your arms up and grab the rings. Make sure that when you grab those rings, your arms are fully extended, so you're going to get full range of motion. Step 2. What you're going to do now is drive your elbows back like you're trying to elbow someone in the gut behind you. And as you drive your elbows back, you'll give yourself the least amount of assistance possible from your toes to help you get through the range of motion. On the way down, you're going to put as much load as possible onto your hands and as little as possible on your feet, and lower down nice and slow so you get nice, strong eccentric. As you get stronger, you can work on doing things like going up with feet assistance and coming down with no foot assistance. As you get even stronger, you can go up with feet and then shift the weight over towards one side and lower down towards one side, doing what's called a mixed grip chin-up eccentric. And there you have it. That right there is the assisted chin-up. Now, let's go over some key notes for this exercise so you can get the most out of it. Key note number 1, make sure you're getting full range of motion on this movement. That means that when you start, make sure that your arms are all the way up, your elbows are locked, you're able to get the full range. If you get partial range, you get partial results. So make sure you start off in a dead hang with your knees on the ground so you get full range of motion, you get full gains. Key point number 2, make sure that when you're doing the movement, you're really focusing on driving those elbows back behind you like you're trying to elbow someone in the gut. That's going to help get your lats involved and help ensure that you get full range of motion. If you've never tried doing a chin-up with driving your elbows back as a focus, give that a try. Tomorrow, you're going to feel your lats a lot more than you did before. Key point number 3, make sure that you're giving yourself minimal assistance from your feet at all times. It should be the smallest amount possible. You don't want to be basically doing half chin-up, half squat on your toes. Make sure your toes do the least amount of work possible. Key point number 4, no dropping during the eccentric. So after you reach the top, make sure the way down is nice and slow. That is especially important if you're at the point where you're taking your feet off the ground. Make sure again that eccentric is nice and slow so you get all the gains possible from that part of the movement. And there you have it. If you guys implement those steps, then you, or whoever you're training, are going to get your first chin-up. So give those steps a try and get aboard the game train. Also, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comment section below. And don't forget to check out our other exercises in our Mindful Mover exercise library. They're all just as effective as this one right here.